The first generation college students that step onto your campus on move-in day demonstrate a tremendous amount of grit, tenacity, and determination just to be able to make it to that point. But one thing that many universities, and honestly, first gens that may have matriculated through the journey and made it to high levels of success, forget to tell students is about the mental and emotional impact of the first gen journey. These are often things that we've spent, like me, multiple years trying to be able to face and to overcome. But these are things that they don't necessarily have to spend that much time on. I know that everyone's journey is different, but there are some clear hallmarks that are pretty consistent for first gens that grew up in low-income households or neighborhoods that need to be addressed. No matter how determined we are on the outside, many first gens and our peers struggle with feeling inadequate, feeling inferior, and honey, the imposter syndrome is so real. Some students struggle with thoughts like, I have to do this all on my own. They might be afraid to ask for help or not know how to ask the right questions. And let's not even talk about the mental and emotional culture shock that comes from starting college, right? All of these things can leave students feeling overwhelmed and possibly lead them to tapping into negative coping mechanisms and may directly affect their mental health. Now, externally, these issues might affect their engagement on campus, their participation in programs like TRIO, student services, multicultural affairs, some of their social relationships, and some of us actually struggle with self-sabotaging behaviors that could affect them academically or maybe even hinder their ability to complete their programs and to graduate. Right now, a lot of colleges are focusing on retention and completion. But the interesting part is that for many of our students, the reasons why they end up having to drop out early often are preventable. And I believe that the first step in trying to prevent that from happening is to have a mindset reset. A mindset reset is designed to shine a light on some of those limiting beliefs or negative mindsets that students might have packed up and brought with them right onto campus. And the purpose of it is to help them to be able to think about what they're thinking about and to provide them with practical strategies on how to be able to adopt better and more healthy mindsets. And listen, I believe that this is a conversation that needs to happen as early on as possible in high school students that are trying to make their way to college, as well as in our college students. And because of that, I didn't want to wait until 2024 to be able to announce this incredible program. So I decided to create a pop-up FirstGen Intervention tour for the fall of 2023, where I share a keynote presentation called Who Told You That? And it's all about overcoming limiting beliefs so that you can thrive mentally, emotionally, and academically on campus and beyond. I've talked a lot, so let me introduce myself. My name is Dr. Renee, and I am super passionate about two things: mental health and helping first gens to be able to maximize their journey no matter where they are in the process. I do this by cultivating dynamic conversations online, on stage, and in the classroom. And by addressing challenging subjects, I don't mind getting in the thick of it because I do it with humor. And I'm from the South, so as my grandma says, I put a little honey on it so everybody feels good about it. And it keeps audiences engaged, it keeps them interacting, but it also gets them inspired to take action afterwards. So back to the tour. It is ideal for first gen students, their peers, and their allies. I share transparent and fun stories from my life and from the lives of other first gens that have become successful on their journeys. And in that, we highlight some of the ways that hidden negative beliefs can impact our lives in college, in the workplace, and honey, in our wallets as well. I provide students with practical research-based strategies to be able to think about what they're thinking about. I give them practical tools on how to be able to adopt new thoughts, new beliefs, and new mindsets, and to practice them until they become second nature. Now, no matter how much I want to, let's be realistic. I can't come in and deconstruct years of negative thinking or influences in an auditorium in 50 minutes or less. I can't do that. I'm good, but I'm not that good yet. But what I can do is encourage your first gens to connect with your programs on campus so that they can create realistic plans to graduate. I can demonstrate to them the importance on embarking, like I did, on their own personal transformation journey early. And some simple ways to do that is through reading, through introspection, as well as counseling. I want to promote your counseling services that you have there on campus. And finally, I can enthusiastically, with my whole heart, remind them that they are never alone and that they deserve to be in that room and to prosper in every way in your university. So if you're interested in securing your date on the FirstGen Intervention Tour this fall, please click the link below. It is the perfect presentation for FirstGen Celebration Week in November, and it can be customized because I want to align with your program, with your department, and what you already have so that we can make sure we make a great impact on your audience. So click the link below so that we can work together to inspire your FirstGens, not just to survive while they're on campus, not just to do better than where they came from, but to thrive on your campus and in the workplace. So once again, my name is Dr. Renee, and I specialize in being an imperfectly perfect champion for the mental, emotional, spiritual, and financial well-being and success for aspiring FirstGen high-income earners everywhere. Let's talk soon. The link's below. Click the link below. Let's schedule a meeting.